Hi! You'll notice the cameras are a little messed up right now, so just give me a second. I wish I could do this off screen, but there is not a good way of doing it, so I gotta just quickly go. Y'all can see a little behind the scenes here as Enyo's face grows on stream.
This is great. Oh, sorry, cat. Yeah.
No, cats are good.
Cat tax.
I like that we see a cat. Alright, and then I'm gonna grab Olive real quick.
All I want to do is to turn into giant woman. Make me big.
I'm making you big. There we go. Okay. And we're almost there, everybody. There we go. Awesome. I did it in probably 2 minutes. All right. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Story Reckless. For those of you that have been with us before, welcome back. If any of you are new, yay, you got to witness some technical difficulties. Good times. But thank you for joining us tonight. I am Nathan. I am the DM for this show, at least for this evening. You know, could change at some point. And I use, well, I don't know, maybe we'll do a little one-off or something, or some other story, and somebody else will DM. I don't know. But anyways, I'm Nathan. I'm the DM. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm gonna pass it over to our two players here so they can give their intros. Let's start with Olive.
Me.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello, my name is Olive. I use she and they pronouns, and tonight I will be playing Calliope, party tank, healer, and DPS.
Awesome.
And yeah. Hi, I'm Enyo. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm playing Pip, party punching bag and potential turncoat.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Alright. So, with that, let us jump right back in, because a lot happened last time. Sort of. I guess only like one big thing happened, but it was kind of intense. So, last we left off, as Pip and Calliope were deep within the dungeon of the Dead Three, they had encountered this necromancer that was out for blood. This necromancer, Flennis, she came down the hall and saw you all gathered in the crypt as you were trying to flee for your lives, and she cast Fireball, knocking everybody down, except for the constructs that the artificers had at their disposal, mainly Calliope, with Calliope's small little, almost like chicken walker like mech that she rides around on her steel defender, and her homunculus. And with the help of those two constructs, they were able to get people up on their feet just barely, and y'all barely scraped out with your lives, defeating Flennis and the other cultists within. Battered and beat up, you found yourselves in the hallway, anxiously waiting as your two companions, Montfort and Rhea, were knocked unconscious, patching your wounds, carefully listening for anything that might come. And eventually you pulled your unconscious companions, once Calliope awoke, to the entrance of the crypt and set up on the stairs. I believe that Pip, you used your telepathic link with your homunculus to get an idea of what was going on upstairs in the bathhouse. And so far there's been no other cultists that have made their way through the hidden door. However, Cormilla, the woman that was trying to smash the little spider-like homunculus, she's still in the room right now, working with a client, giving them a massage. So you all have posted up at the bottom of the stairs discussing what to do next. With all of that, actually, there's one thing I did want to do. This will, maybe we can kind of resolve this in a little bit here, but Pip, you were kind of standing watch over Calliope for about an hour as they were unconscious. You are welcome to a short rest if you would like to use any hit die for that.
Yes, I would.
Okay, awesome. Um, well, while you resolve that, and I just trust you can do that off screen, um, you two are sitting on the stairs here with your two unconscious companions. What are you doing in this moment?
Sorry, I was rolling hit dice.
That's okay.
I think Calliope in this moment is mostly taking stock. Like there was the initial like waking up where like it's like we gotta get out. And after we like put some distance between us and like kind of where all the fighting was happening, I think we've kind of posted up, and Calliope is like going over her stores, like muttering, don't got any of that left. I need to refresh that. How are they looking? Little dummy, go out, patch that one up.
The little marionette lifts up.
What we really need is information. Like that's why we're here, right? We need to know what's going on. Can't just like keep waltzing through here like we own the place. What I wouldn't do for a battalion of Hell Riders. I could just like call up and have them bust through. It's not the world we live in anymore, I suppose.
Are you sure that's not the world we live in? You've got nothing else up your sleeve? We've got 2 dummies and also the constructs.
I see what you did there. I like that.
Thank you.
I mean, I need to know what's going on here. And that one there, pointing at the unconscious bugbear in our midst, that one, I think...
Terrible human disguise. Could do much better.
I'd like to see you try. We need to get that one back up on his feet. Figure out our next move.
Yeah. If only I could get my hands on some more ingredients for potions. I'm plumb out.
Yeah, you and me both. All I got is this big lump. Thump. And like smack the big dummy. And just have it like echoes. It's like definitely like patched up and patched together from all the like combat damage and kind of just like jury rigs.
Mm-hmm.
I think Calliope needs to convince Pip to keep going, because Pip at this point is like, I saw the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'd like to go back to the bathhouse, actually. I'm not ready to die.
Okay, but I don't know how to get out of here with dragging these 2 unconscious lumps. We should get them back up on their feet at the very least.
Or we could just leave them.
I kinda go.
Just like that? You're not even gonna try?
I want to see what you're made of.
Well, maybe I don't want to. Maybe I'm going to just march down there. And then I'll die. And then you'll be sorry.
Yeah, I would. I really would. I feel like we got a good partnership going, and I think that you're a savvy enough customer to not walk away from that.
All right.
Okay.
Information is power. And power is money.
However you want to justify it to yourself. Okay, what's the plan for getting out of here if you're so smart?
We have to keep going through. We'll keep going through. I'll find some things we can use to make potions, and you'll do whatever it is you do with your big metal lumps.
Stab things mostly.
And you know what? I can get Gilder. Yeah, I mean, yes, I saw. I can get Gilder, and we can have him scout ahead. I think he'll have more luck being stealthy when it's dark.
Yeah, that generally makes it easier. Okay, why don't you get him in here and tell him to take a look around.
Okay. So are you gonna summon Gilder to come to you?
Yeah, just like.
Okay. So with your little telepathic link, You let out the faint whistle, and in your head you hear the response back of Gilder going. And let's see here. Can you have Gilder make just make a dexterity check for me? Does Gilder? Does the homunculus have acrobatics? No. Okay.
No, but yes, stealth.
This isn't really about stealth. This is to see if Gilder can kind of wiggle under the crack of the secret door to squeeze into this space. So let's see what
I have miscalculated. His dex is -3.
Oh. Wow. That is very surprising.
Wait, if that's the same one I'm looking at, it should be +2. Strength is -3.
I have... Okay,
Which...
My things have been... Oh, okay, hold on. I see what happens. Everything got moved down 1. There we go. Strength is -3. That makes more sense.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, excellent.
So, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so that is +2. Cool.
Okay. Whoa! Whoa, my goodness.
21, and I'm still Osprey, but I'm actually Pip.
That's no problem. All right, so a 21. With a 21, Gilder is able to, you don't see this, but we do. We see Gilder scurry down the side of the little cupboard that he was sitting on with that vase as he was like hiding behind it, and he kind of pokes out this little coin with these weird spider-like legs. Are the legs like mechanical, or are they more organic, like actual spider legs?
They're a mixture. They're kind of like bio-necrotics.
Okay, awesome. So a weird mixture of I'm almost imagining like one of them is just straight up like an insect leg, but another one is like a part of an insect leg, and then there's just like string that
like an insect leg with like a little peg leg made out of a paperclip type of thing.
Yeah, so Gilder kind of pokes out around the corner, and it's just a coin. There's not really eyes on it, but there's this weird sense of it like surveying the room, and then it scurries down the side of the cupboard, scurries across the room, goes up to where the secret door is, and squeezes under the crack and pops out the other side. Ding, ding. Both of you hear a slight little clink of a coin, kind of kink, and then
it's just like putting a coin into a coin slot, and it just like
and he comes scurrying down the stairs up to you. So both of you see Gilder come scurrying up to Pip.
Flick him, put him on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get these two up on their feet.
Okay. You look down at your two companions, and they are not looking great. They're breathing. They're completely knocked cold. You suspect it'll probably be, an hour or two before they'll be able to be roused. Do you want to kind of wait in the meantime, or do something else in the meantime, or try something?
Scout. Gilder can go take a look.
Terrible idea, but let's do it. Yeah. Send them off. Little dummy, you go be the muscle. Yeah, right.
Okay, little dummy goes floating off down the stairs.
But stay back, stay out of sight. Wait for Gilder to like call up. Then you can rush in like the cavalry you are. Yeah.
The marionette looks back towards you and just kind of holds up a floppy arm as and does like a floppy salute back towards you. Okay, so I don't have tokens made for your two homunculus, unfortunately. I did not have time for that. But I can just pull up a homunculus, I think. Wait, how do you spell homunculus? Is it H-U? Am I spelling that?
Homunculus?
Oh, it's H-O.
H-O, yeah.
Then
Homun.
There it is. Got it. Yeah, I was like, why isn't it popping?
Homunculus. H-O-M-U-N-C-L-U-S. Homunculus.
Okay. Alright, I will just use the default homunculus token, and I will allow you both to, I think I can just have it so you can see through it somehow. I'm gonna have to figure that out later. I wonder if I can just, bear with me here. I might just have to do this for now, because this will be a lot easier. And we will make some tokens for your homunculus at some point. Because apparently they're going to be a lot more active than. All right. Here we go. So, all right. Here's the token. I will allow. I'm just going to do all players for now to control it, and I will get. Do the homunculus have dark vision? Yeah?
Yeah.
60 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. There you go. You have control of this little token here. Here, I'll make a duplicate and I'll tint it. I'll like tint it blue, and we'll say the blue one is. Sure, the blue one is little dummy. Oh yeah. So okay. So I can just kind of move these around. Where do you send them? Like, where do you want them to go? As they go, shh. The Gilder goes skirting across the water like a water strider down the hallway, while little dummy is floating about 10 to 15 feet behind. Where do you want them to go?
So before we went to the left hallway, and we had Manfred go down the right one, and they met up at that chamber. Right. So I guess we'll just go back the way we came.
Okay, yeah.
I think, the general instructions are like, go down to like where we were fighting and like explore the tunnels. If you see anybody, avoid them and like double back and like explore anywhere else.
Got it. So why don't
we're sending them on a scouting mission?
Yeah.
Understood. So okay, cool. I think I can resolve this relatively quickly. First, since Gilder's out front, Gilder can make a stealth check for me. I will give Gilder advantage because Gilder is so tiny, and this is a very dark, dank space. So I'll just grant Gilder advantage on this.
Thank you. Okay. +2. There we go. Oh. Well, it's a good thing I had
a 13? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so they're gonna go off. And we decided with Gilder can communicate with you like the Find Familiar spell. We kind of homebrewed this. Gilder, I don't know if we said this on stream. I don't remember. I don't think we did. We did say it on stream? Okay, cool. The Gilder has telepathy in exchange for flight. Yeah. And Gilder can communicate up to 100 feet. So you, after a few minutes, probably like 10 minutes or so, as they go drifting off into the darkness, Gilder's just kind of periodically pinging back to you, Pip, with little updates, and then that connection is gone. And you suspect that they are going out of the range of their communication.
He's in the dark now.
Let's see. They will go. Yeah, okay. So they'll go to there, and then. So you actually can't see through their vision, so I'm not going to move their tokens over there to reveal stuff to you. I will have them come back, and then you will get an update. So they're going to go to there. And see that?
Once again, Nathan gets to play D&D with himself.
I'm playing D&D by myself. How fun. Okay. Both of you sit here in the dark for a good half hour. 45 minutes. Eventually you hear a drop of water. And then it turns into... And you see out of the gloom, Calliope, with your dark vision, because you have the goggles, right?
Just Jared Genasi.
Oh, air genasi, got it. You see Gilder come down the water towards you, and behind you see the floppy marionette of Little Dummy. As they come down the hall to rejoin you, Pip, you get an update from Gilder. Gilder essentially says, so you hear the little chirps and whistles coming through your head of the... And Gilder essentially says, more rooms ahead, another flooded chamber, multiple pillars, no creatures within. Continued onward, down set of hallway, heard lots of creatures in set of doors to the right. There were 3 sets of doors. The final door on the right, I heard the sounds. Continued through another door, saw 2 unconscious bodies. Let me see. 2. Yes, saw 2 more bodies shackled to the walls. One of them appeared to be breathing. Continued through, encountered a creature, a human, standing watch with an oil lamp. Could hear the sound of movement further on, but did not continue. Headed back. So that's what you get back. One human they saw, 2 humanoids shackled up. One of them appeared to be breathing, and they heard many creatures on the other side of a wooden door that they were as they were going down a hallway. They described it as kind of like groaning and shuffling sounds. And as you're getting this update, you both sitting there, it's approaching about an hour at this point. So Calliope, you do not get any, you are not hassled by any other Dead 3 in this moment as you're tensely waiting in the dark. You can get a short rest in this period of time as you start to see Rhea kind of move and her eyes start to flutter. She lets out a groan and kind of is holding her head as she starts to sit up. And she, before she even acknowledges the 2 of you, she goes, Kadam, we're in some subterranean chamber. We need help. I don't know if you can make it to us. It's really bad. And at that moment, we're going to cut to the streets of Baldur's Gate. We pull away from the dancing nymph, this stone courtyard with all the statues of nymphs and fountains trickling water out. And the streets of Baldur's Gate are relatively empty at this hour as it's close to 10 in the evening. There are a few individuals that are huddled up with each other, staying on guard, having weapons at their side as they try to hurry through the streets. And as we continue through the damp streets of Baldur's Gate, we see before us a an apartment complex with multiple windows going up, about a 3-story building of stone. And as the front door opens, we see a half-elven individual stepping out, loaded up with equipment, and kind of seeming to have just finished up with some hard task as they step out. And I'm going to cut over to Kadam. So, let me adjust your camera first, Kadam, as we do this. Kadam, we're doing a little bit of a time jump here in that we're gonna rewind just a touch. Just before you sent your sending to Rhea.
All right.
So you have just finished up with your job here.
And that feels good.
Yeah. And you have all of your midwife materials with you as you're stepping out into the dark, slick streets of Baldur's Gate. You had a successful birth, and helped this family out. If you don't mind, for the audience, I know a lot of folks here know exactly who you are, but if you don't mind just describing what you look like as you step out onto the streets of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. I am a rather solidly built half-elf. Dark brown skin, black dreads, probably pulled back right now. A few piercings in the ears and nose. And, man, I haven't had this voice in a while. Let me...
Just slide right back into it.
Yeah, we're working on it. Wearing very plain and comfortable, probably short sleeve tunic and trousers right now, tucked into boots. And I'm probably putting back on the last of my bracelets that stack my forearms. I am re-putting on their weight that is comforting for me, but not great when you are helping someone give birth. Which is what I have been doing for the first time in a few months. Mm-hmm. So I step out and call over my shoulder, I'll see you all tomorrow afternoon. Check in on you, see how you're doing.
Thank you for that. Yes, please.
And shut the door behind me. And just kind of stretch and glory in the fresh night air. And then, because I have been thinking about it every few hours, I'm going to cast Send into Rhea, because I told her I would check in with her daily, and, well, it's been a day.
Okay. What do you say to Rhea?
Sorry I didn't check in earlier. I've been at a birth all day. Hold on. How are things? You going to the Dancing Nymph tomorrow? Want me?
There's probably a solid 2 minutes that go by of no response.
That ain't great.
Until eventually you hear her groggy voice come through. Kadam. And basically what I said. Something to the effect of, yes, we're in the Dancing Nymph. It went really bad. We need help. I don't know if you can provide any. We're underneath the Dancing Nymph in some sort of subterranean complex. The message ends, and we'll resolve what Calliope and Pip do as in a minute as that happens. But Kadam, what do you do?
Well, that ain't great. I'm gonna knock on the door again because I don't think I've moved.
Yeah.
And just ask if I can leave my backpack of my birth bag here overnight.
Yeah.
And then go.
Okay.
To the Dancing Nymph.
So you knock on the door and you see, is it Varys?
Mm-hmm.
You see Varys open the door, this half-elven man, kind of like deep brown skin, short cropped hair, and he opens the door and looks at you. Oh, Kadam.
Yeah, might I be able to leave my bag here overnight, actually?
Yes,
just
of course. Did you need anything else? Are you all right?
I am, yeah. it would just make my morning easier if I didn't have to haul this back across the gates.
Of course, absolutely. Here, I'll take
Yeah,
that.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, hand
Takes
that
it.
over.
As he turns to go put it away, are you just gonna leave?
Well, I'll say thank you and goodbye again, and then
All right.
I will scamper.
Pleasantries are exchanged, and you scamper off into the city. Are you going straight for the dancing nymph?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a plan, but that's where we're going.
All right. So you head through the late slick streets of Baldur's Gate, moving. Man, you told me where you were, and I just can't. It was
I'm in Heapside.
That's right. Yes, got it. Okay. Yes. So you go scampering off into the city, heading towards the city walls where the dancing nymph is roughly located, and eventually coming down some narrow alleyways. You see in front of you the low stone building, and you can start to hear the trickle of the fountains as you approach the gates. Are you gonna go straight into the front doors?
Do I know if there's a back door?
Yeah, so that's a good question. There is not a back door. It is a relatively small building. There's essentially the main chamber with the 3 baths, and then there's the 2 sub-chambers as you enter to the left and right, which is where, where they do masseuse work and other such things.
Well, I guess I'm going in through the front door because there ain't any other.
Okay. So Kadam, you enter in through the front door. It is, at this point, there's only 2 other patrons in here, as it's very late. As soon as you enter, you see that Jabaz, the kind of the owner or the manager of this establishment, is sitting at the back of the room on a bench, just kind of reading a book in the kind of late hours of this of the dancing nymph. Jabaz looks up towards you, which I'm trying to remember what they look like. Here we go.
He's human.
Human, that's right, yes. So you look up and see Jabaz, this human man in, I believe he had silks on. I think he had kind of longer hair, if I remember. But he looks up towards you and kind of looks a bit surprised, and kind of tucks the book away into kind of a pocket on his side. It's like a small little book, and comes toddling over to you. Oh, Kadam, I didn't know we were expecting you this evening. Did Cormilla send for you?
Yes, but I am rather late, I know. I had an appointment with her, but then I had been at a birth all day. Is she still here?
Yes, she's with a client. If they should be finishing soon.
All right.
Can I get you anything?
And 5 different things run through my head, all of which none of which he can get for me. A glass of water would be lovely.
Most certainly. I'll be right back. And he scurries off into his chamber where he does, where his room, I guess, because there's Cormilla's room and then his room. So he goes off into that room. So you're left in here for a moment. And looking around, you just see 2 other individuals on either side of you, just currently resting in the baths with their eyes partially closed.
Do I spend another 3rd level spell slot to figure out where everyone is? Because they clearly ain't here.
I don't know. I mean, if you want, at this point, we could cut back to the others, as Rhea has just kind of stumbled awake, had this little sending, and we can see what they do.
All right.
All right, so now I'm gonna cut us back to all of us as we join here. Unfortunately, the two of you do not know that you're here yet, but oh, I gotta adjust the cameras. Give me a minute. But as the two of you are sitting in the stairwell, you see Rhea kind of stumble awake, and then she has this exchange and mentions Kadam's name, and after finishing the sending with Kadam, she kind of rubs her head and looks up to the two of you. Oh, I see that went rather terribly.
Hey, we walked away from it. Any fight that you walk away from is a good fight.
Yes. We may be having help. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, who was that?
I don't know. It's someone named Kadam. They
Oh yeah, Kidam. Good kid.
Of course you know them.
Of course. Are they on their way here?
Well, it's unclear to me. I believe the way that the spell works is I can respond, but then that's kind of it. So we're kind of at their mercy now and need to see what they do. But I suspect they will be trying to do something. I get the sense that they're a good person. And she looks around and then looks down at Manfred. Oh. And she just quickly, places a hand, feeling for a pulse. Kind of lets out a sigh. I see. Well, and looks around, getting her bearings. Oh, we're back here. Great. What are we doing?
Well,
Okay,
we
here's the
can
plan.
leave. That's always an option.
We could leave. I'd hate leaving here empty-handed with nothing. So, here's an idea. Hear me out. We send up your little coin friend. Go keep a lookout for Kidam. Tell them where we are if they show up. While they're doing that, we go and grab those folks who are pinned up. And maybe they've seen something. We do it all quiet like. You don't have to go. If you want to stay here, I'm going. I'm a big hero. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. I'm going, but I just wanted to point out that we're not leaving here empty-handed. We have spell books that are worth coin.
Okay, you got me there, kid.
But yeah, Gilder, I'm so sorry. And I hand him, hand Gilder, a little piece of glitter or something, oh, there we go.
And
Be a good pet.
you just watch the glitter kind of, this almost imperceptible little slot go where the edge of the coin is, and the glitter just gets sucked into the Gilder as Gilder kind of.
Now, be a good little coin and go up there and keep a lookout for who Kadam. Is this the Kadam who helped take down a dead 3 Cabal?
I don't know anything about that. Seems kind of out of their league, honestly.
I believe it's the same one.
Really?
Yes,
That's astonishing.
No, they are, they have a bit of a name around these parts. It's why I found them.
Is it just Kadam? We're not going to get the big kind of horsey barbarian also?
I don't know where she is. She was not there when in fact, I actually went to her home first, and she wasn't there. I don't know where she is.
I'll take any help I can get.
Okay, Rhea, you keep an eye on this one and tell Kidam where we are if they show up before we get back.
Yes, I will most certainly do that. I am not going anywhere right now. She kind of groans and leans back, and then just pulls her sword out and just kind of sets it at her side. I'll do my best.
You did real good back there. Do you want some glitter? That's all I have.
No. I'm
It's
good.
worth a try. I'll
good
see you
stuff.
later, I guess.
All right.
Oh, here, you can have some.
Hell yeah! And I take it and I like spread it across like a big dummy. I just like
Big Dummy
I don't know.
just stands there, just doesn't react.
I don't know if that's really going to help with the stealth part of this, but Big Dummy's not going to be stealthy anyway, I guess.
Rhea kind of narrows her eyes and looks at you, Calliope. You outrank me. This is
Damn sure
fascinating.
right I do.
All right. She just kind of leans back with her eyes closed. So Gilder, no check necessary. He's done it once before. So Gilder scurries up the stairs and squeezes out through the crack, climbs up and hides behind that vase. The rest of you, and we'll assume that Gilder gets a description of what Kadam looks like from Rhea. You and so Calliope and Pip, your plan is you're actually gonna head out towards where those two individuals were tied up while you wait.
Because we heard that they were unguarded. Right?
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
you did. Yeah. All right. So you start. I'm just gonna move your tokens if that's okay, because it's a big dungeon, and doing square by square will be, I'm sure, thrilling for the audience to watch. So you start heading out into the dungeon. Map, because we're actually using it right now. You get into the flooded chamber where all of this happens.
I think my camera's kind of low again. You gotta adjust stuff.
Ah, I do. Thank you. It's the yes, because this is a new map. Here we go. I'm adjusting, and Kadam, we're about to get back to you, so thank you for
All right.
your patience.
You're very welcome. Patience is
gonna
a
have-
virtue when you're a midwife.
Yeah.
We're gonna have patience for you in a second.
Hey,
A number
yeah.
of them.
Oh my goodness. Where's Eric? Well, and also Operation. Where's Operation? Oh, Operation's in chat.
Operation's here.
Yes, I see that. Amazing. There you go. There's your pun, folks. Appreciate you, Calliope, says Operation. All right, I'm almost there, y'all. Bear with me. I am.
Every time you say "bear with me," I
Take
think
a
the
drink.
tweet
Take a
about.
drink. Yes.
No, I just think about there being a bear there.
Oh, you think about a bear just being there?
There's a bear with me.
Oh my goodness. I almost have it. Okay, that looks pretty damn good to me. Cool. So, you enter it within the flooded chamber where all of this happened before. You can still see the bodies floating in the water. It appears that, thankfully, no other Dead 3 cultists have made their way through here yet. All the pillars are still ruined. The ceiling is cracked. There's dust still kind of gently drifting down. And you have these two different ways to go. Based on Gilder's information, you know that he went through the little door to your left. So entering into that chamber, you find yourselves, again, having to slosh through this knee-deep water. You come into another flooded chamber with these pillars supporting the ceiling. Is there anything of note in this chamber as you move through? Yes, there is, actually. As you get deeper within this chamber, like as you cross the threshold of this door and step into where all these pillars are, you were both hit with a really strong smell of like rotten eggs. And the air is just, it's
Calliope, my God.
Hey, you're the one with all the noxious fumes.
Yes, and I'm all out. I guess I could just bottle whatever it is that's coming out of your bum.
Pip, as you're saying this, I'm gonna give this one to you, and you can decide whether or not you act on this. But you start to realize the smell is so strong. This is most definitely gas buildup from like a natural source somewhere in the chamber. It's like leaking into the room. So this room is just filled with some sort of natural gas that is filling, and makes you a little nervous about anything flammable being in here. I'm assuming you continue going forward?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also kind of telling Calliope, like, don't light a match in here.
But like, there was that guy with the lantern. We could lure him here as a trap if we need to get rid of him, like, in a loud way. Just an option.
Yeah, that's an option, but I'm a little afraid that we would get caught in the
Oh,
explosion.
yeah.
Anyway, let's keep going.
So you keep sloshing through the water, heading up the stone steps, and you enter into this hallway. You can see there are multiple areas as you're working your way through this crypt where there are sections that have been dug out and like excavated. And there's just debris kind of on the ground, and what looks to be areas where sealed chambers where there likely were like sarcophagus or things of that sort, coffins and whatnot, that have likely been pulled out. But those are no longer present, just the debris that was left behind. Moving down this hallway, you see 3 doors to your right. As you continue going, up ahead you see a door at the end of the hallway. When you get to the last door on your right, you do in fact hear some movement on the other side, and kind of a faint sound of just like wheezing and scraping on stone. Do you continue forward and push through the door at the end of the hall?
Are you sure this is the way? It was making lots of kind of weird noises.
It really is. I was planning on having Gilder here to point us exactly the way, but this is where Gilder told us to go, right?
Okay.
Hold on. Gilder said there were 3 doors.
There's a lot more than 3 doors here.
Sure. Yes, but the... Oh, for fuck's sake, which one is it?
Okay, not the one where there's like lots of noises coming from. We don't want to go in there. Presumably.
No. Oh, when...
Wait.
That doesn't sound right.
And you
Okay,
hear
what-
something slamming against the door to your right.
Okay, quick. Let's be quiet. Use that as cover for us entering in. I'm sure they get riled up. Some kind of pets, I'm sure. And Calliope's gonna just like nudge the door in front of us open.
Okay. Make a stealth check for me, both of you, as you enter into this room.
God.
Love it. And yes, we're gonna cut to Gilder in a minute here. I just want to see what happens as you open the door. Okay, a 5 for Calliope, and a natural 1 for Pip. This is great.
It's just gonna be me and the NPCs.
Yeah.
So you carefully open the door in front of you. As you carefully open the door and you look into the space, I'm trying to think here what happens.
Pip's
Yeah.
boots are still there. I mean, they jingle when she walks.
Okay. So, I think I have an idea. So you open the door, and as you push it open, Pip, we'll say that as the two of you kind of push into the room, you see up ahead there are these 2 figures shackled to the wall. There are streaks and splashes of blood that are actually like splashed out across the floor, and these two figures, much like the other individual, they have multiple wounds on them, and you can see that there are big like brass bowls kind of set off to the side on the ground, and they are just filled with salt, and these individuals are just hanging there against the walls. One of them does seem to be breathing. You see that you see that the one that's breathing, she is a tiefling woman, hanging there by shackles. She has kind of a I'm gonna go with, she has a green skin hue for a tiefling. And she has kind of ram's horns that come down in front of her face, a long tail that's just lying limp on the ground. And as you enter the room, she kind of flutters her eyes and looks up towards you, one of her eyes swollen shut. And Pip, as you are entering the room behind Calliope, your boot just slips on a splash of blood on the stone, and you go toppling backwards, which causes in one of your pockets on your boots that is not part of the boots of holding, like 4 errant coins just go spilling out onto the ground and go pling, pling, ding, 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 just echoing through this chamber and beyond.
Oh no, my coin!
As you go to grab it and like fumbling on the ground, Calliope, you hear a voice through the door to your left. You hear someone call out, "Hello?
Jesus.
Is that you?"
We've been rumbled. Back.
And you start to hear boots coming through coming on the stone down towards you. As you are scrambling to react to this, we cut back to Kadam, who is upstairs. As Jabaz comes strolling out with a glass of water and passes it to you. Well, here you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you don't mind just making yourself comfortable as soon as Cramilla's done, I'm sure she'll come find you.
Not at all.
I'm gonna go continue reading, and if you need anything, please, you know where to find me. And
Thank
he
you very much.
heads off to the back of the room and sits down on the bench and continues to read. What do you do, Kadam?
So there are 3 people in here, and all of them can see me.
Correct.
And sorry, which door am I trying to go through here? I'm not entirely certain what my map situation is.
Got it. So Jabaz said you can just wait for Cramilla out here. You know that Cramilla's office is, or not office, her chambers are here, this door.
All right.
And yeah, you just came through these double doors.
Cool.
These
Thank
little
you.
things are benches here, the little
Mhm.
rectangles, and then those are the baths.
All right. I will post up on this bench for maybe 30 seconds.
Yeah. Sit down. Okay.
I will drink my water
Okay. Drinking your water, looking around.
and then cast Sending again
Okay.
and kind of.
As you're kind of sitting there getting ready to cast Sending, you catch some movement out of the corner of your eye, and as you kind of just, I don't know, almost reactively look towards it, just this little bit of movement, you see something quick, like a little spider, just skittering across the stonework and dart behind one of the columns, like the marble columns that run down the center of this place. And you watch as it kind of pokes out and seems, you don't see any eyes. It does, and you're starting to realize this is not an insect. It looks like something metallic, but it seems to peer out and almost look in your direction. It is very odd. What do you do?
I stare at it.
Okay. It kind of
Make eye contact.
as you stare at this little disc down on the ground with these strange spider-like legs, it kind of ducks out of sight behind the column, and then you see it appear on the other side as it sort of zigzags across the room, and it, with great speed, comes skittering up and darts under your bench, disappearing underneath you.
Almost instinctively, I draw my feet up and then carefully put them back down.
Okay. You set them on the stone, and you feel something kind of up your leg. As it, and then you watch it.
Can I just like grab it with my hand?
Go ahead and do a like a dexterity saving throw for me as you try to grab it. Or what would this be? I guess sleight of hand. Do a sleight of hand check. There you go.
5.
5. You go to grab it, and it just darts out of way too quickly, and it crawls up your chest and then right up onto your shoulder, and it just sits there. And it kind of is, as you slowly look towards it, you just see it's just kind of bobbing there, looking up at you, and you see this little slot appear at the bottom, and you now see it. It's literally like a coin that has these strange, almost mechanical-like legs sticking off to the side. But as you're staring at it, you see that one looks like an insect leg, another looks like part of an insect leg with wood attached to it. One is just a bunch of wires. And this little slot appears at the bottom, and it just starts to go. And it kind of goes like this, like bouncing.
I'll look around. Is anyone paying attention?
The two individuals in the baths are just almost half asleep, just like with their arms out on the stone, resting there, and Jabaz is just reading, not paying attention. And these whistles are they're very quiet, like you're hearing it because it's right up on your shoulder, but.
All right. I have no idea what this is. I've never seen anything like this before.
You can, oh boy.
Could I? Oh.
You can make an Arcana check. It's gonna be really, really high DC.
I imagine so. In my Arcana, I ain't fantastic. That's a 15.
I mean, it's clearly some kind of construct. Like, it has,
yeah,
metallic and wood.
Do you work for the Dancing Nymph or someone else? Whistle.
Oh, go ahead.
One whistle for the nymph and 2 for someone else. All right. Well, I'm either walking into a trap or I'm gonna go find someone else. Oh dear. What do you want? Where do you want me to go?
They kind of scurry up to just like up to your neck and kind of like boop you
Oh,
on
please
the side.
no, not on the neck.
And then they scurry back down, and they scurry down your arm onto the bench, down onto the ground, and start to scurry in the direction of Carmilla's room. They go up behind one of the columns, trying to stay out of sight of Jabaz, and then they look back towards you, and they're kind of like bouncing there.
I'm going to go and just lounge by the door.
By Carmilla's door?
By Carmilla's door and see if I can't listen in.
Okay, so you go walking over by the door and lean against the wall. Jabaz takes note and just kind of nods and then goes back to reading. Kind of looks a little quizzical as you go lean against the wall over there, and then just kind of goes back to reading. This little coin is like darting between areas to stay hidden, darts up to the door where Carmilla is, looks up at you again, starts bouncing, and then you just watch them squeeze under the door and disappear into the room. What do you do?
Jabaz, do you know about how much longer Camilla has?
Oh, it's probably about 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh, all right.
If it's urgent, I could, it would be a bit rude to interrupt, though, and I'd prefer
No,
not
I
to.
understand.
What? Well, no, never mind. I shouldn't ask.
It's all right.
Yes.
It's just been a bit of a long day. I'm going to cast Sending again
Okay.
to Rhea.
Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. Hold on. So, are you gonna do that? I'll let you kind of, or, Pip, I'll let you decide if you want Gilder to do anything. Oh, you're muted.
No, not yet. I was
Okay,
just
okay. So
if Kadam is taking too long to decide, eventually Gilder will just be like and jump down and into the room.
Okay, to distract Camilla, to get her to freak out again.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
If Kadam goes to sit back down on the bench, that's what Gilder's gonna do.
Got it. All right, so Kadam, you're gonna cast Sending. Okay. So you cast the spell. What do you say?
And so quietly that I am almost just mouthing the words.
Yes.
I will say, Rhea, I'm here. This golden bug is trying to get me through a door. There are at least 2 people in there, though. Is this you?
You hear a response. In a sense, yes. I suspect that the bug will probably be causing a commotion soon if you don't act, as it's happened many times before. But if you can, please follow the bug.
I'll turn back to Jabaz. It is a bit urgent.
All right. Okay. But one moment, please. He gets up, heads to the door, gives a very light rap. You hear Camilla on the other side. I'm busy, Jabaz. What is it? Yes, Camilla. Kadam is here to see you. It's a bit urgent. Kadam? Well, I didn't, You hear her scream again. And Jabaz goes, oh, shit. And you start to hear then you hear another voice within. What in the bloody hell is happening? Is that a vermin?
I'm gonna open the door.
All right, so you open the door up.
Man, if only I weren't so polite, this would be so much easier.
You open the door up, and you see within a naked man has kind of flopped down onto the ground and scurried up against the wall. You see Camilla is running around trying to smack this little bug with her shoe that's just scurrying about. I am gonna roll an attack roll for her to see if she hits Gilder. She got a 19, so Gilder takes another point of damage as she slams her slipper down onto Gilder, and you see the little bug go kind of squirt out, and then as the shoe comes up, immediately pops up and goes, continues scurrying, running under your legs out the room as Camilla is like scurrying past it towards you. Kadam, what are you doing?
I would like to slip into the room as she is coming out.
Okay. Yeah,
Can I then close the door behind her?
So she pushes out, and as she's running out, she goes, Kadam, I'm so sorry. Just this damn bug. And
It's all
pushes
right. You
past.
take care of the bug.
Jabaz as well goes, kind of comes into the room after you and goes to the naked man and is like, this doesn't happen, I swear. I can't believe you'd have vermin running around and while I'm trying to get my massage, no less. Just please, sir, we will compensate you for your troubles. If you don't mind just coming with me. Kadam, you are standing in the room. What do you do?
I will help them both out of the room, close the door. If I can lock it, I will lock it, and then I will look around.
Okay, you help them out of the room, and as they're exiting, you close the door behind them. Jabaz does shoot you a look in that last second as the door closes, looking a little confused, and then just kind of keeps going, and you lock the door.
All right.
You whip around, and you're gonna just start searching the room.
Yeah.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Can I guide myself?
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right. That's just fine.
What'd you get?
26.
Oh yes, you immediately spot the hidden passage or the hidden door in the corner of the room, and with a 26 you can even see like recent scuff marks from individuals going through that space.
All right. I will go in, close the door again, and pull out the immovable rod and click it right in front of the door so that it can't open.
Wow, okay. Awesome. So click it. Trying to think here. It's a slide. I described it as a slide, but what I'll say is because I love this, that there is like a handle, right, that you have to grab on the other side, like the non-hidden side. There's a more obvious handle. It's, obviously not trying to be concealed. So you can slide it into that, click it, and we'll say the handle is like horizontal, right? So you slide it down like this, click. So if it were to be moved, it would just immediately butt up against the immovable rod.
Excellent. All right.
That's awesome. Okay, you are in. As you go in and shut the door, you catch your breath, and you immediately hear, not that far ahead, well, it seems you are successful, as you hear Rhea's voice coming up from below. I'm assuming that the bug had something to do with it?
The bug was very helpful. I will start coming down the stairs.
You look around the stairs, and you can see that down at the bottom of the stairs, as you come around the stairs, you find yourself in this very, rough-hewn subterranean chamber. The stairs going down towards what looks to be a flooded chamber, and splayed out on the stairs in a relatively comfortable position, but still, like, on the stairs, is Momfred, completely unconscious, looks beat to hell. Rhea is kind of cradling his head in her lap, and she just has her long sword out, and she's leaning against the wall looking up at you, also looking beat to hell.
Manfred, and I will rush down and get on my knees. Is he alive?
He's alive. He's alive.
Hand on his shoulder, cure wounds, 12 points of healing.
Whoa, okay, awesome.
Because he is unconscious.
Yeah, look at that. As the healing magic courses through his body, his eyes slowly flutter open.
Manfred, and I look up at Rhea. How do you two know each other?
It's a long story. I don't think this is the... Kadam, what are you doing here?
I have been checking in with Rhea regularly, and she said things had gone, well, to hell.
And he sits up, pushes himself against the wall. Yes, things most certainly did. It looks towards Rhea. I guess we survived, where's the others? And he looks around. Rhea, Calliope insisted that they move on ahead. There were some...
Calliope's here.
Yes, Calliope. She's an associate of mine. She's actually my superior officer within the Hell Riders.
All right, that makes sense.
She and our other companion, who you don't know, the bug, is her pet? I don't know. They went ahead. They said that there was captives. They needed to... unguarded captives, so they were hoping to retrieve them, get some more information.
All right.
While we were hoping you would arrive, and it seems you have.
And I will cast Cure Wounds on her.
My goodness. Okay.
Let's just use all the spell slots, shall we? Well, that's another 12 points.
Amazing. So she's up to 13. Okay. Kadam, thank you so much.
Yeah, I keep doing this for you. You keep getting yourself into trouble.
Well, I am a soldier after all. It is my job.
To get yourself beat up.
It happens. Normally I don't almost die. That's the goal, I guess. I guess that's means I'm doing a good job. I don't know.
Why don't the two of you catch me up on what's been going on? And I will
And they
let them do that.
They do that. They start to catch you up. At this moment, as we cut back to the other two, trying to scramble. What are you doing in this moment? You hear boots coming down the hall towards the door to your left. What is your plan here, both of you?
Cheese it. We can ambush them in the alcoves back there.
Okay. Are you both gonna just scurry back into the hallway to like try to get into a hiding position?
Will it require another stealth check?
I mean, it most certainly will. Yes.
Yeah. So there are two people hanging up there.
Yes.
Are there another pair of shackles?
Yes, there's one more pair of shackles in between the two of them.
I think that's what Pip's gonna go for. It's just gonna be like
Okay. Okay.
she's like covered in blood already.
Yeah, okay. So you say this, Calliope, you go with dummy, you start going down the hall. Go ahead, you can move your movement. So go ahead and move your movement down to where you want to go to. Pip, you get up and scramble across the room. You are covered in blood from just trying to get across the room and everything else you've been through. Get up onto the wall. Just as you're starting to hear the door opening, are you gonna like close the manacles around your hands?
I don't want them closed, but like maybe they're not locked, but they're kind of just.
Okay, so you kind of get up and you strategically place them such so that they kind of look like they're on. I need you to make a deception check. As
okay, can I do a? Well, actually, it's the same thing.
This is deception.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's chill. I just want to use performance once, but it's chill.
Wow, 22. Okay, and Calliope, you push up into that alcove. Make a stealth check. 10.
Cheese it. Jump, 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 jump.
I'm checking something here. Okay. Well, interesting. Very interesting. All right. So the door opens. It slams open. You hear this individual coming through the door and calling out. That was it. Okay. He pushes through into the room, saying, "Yignath, is that you?" As he comes into the room, and immediately you hear Pip, you can still hear the clanking of Calliope as she's trying to get down the hall and push into the wall, and this individual doesn't even have time to notice you as you're just like sitting there against the wall completely still, as they immediately clock the sound and start briskly walking in the direction of the sound, pulling out their weapon. You can see they have a mace at their side. Igneth! And they push down into the room. The door slightly ajar from where Calliope had tried to scurry out of the room. Are you gonna do anything, Pip? They did not notice you. They're leaving the room. They've pushed open the door. Are you gonna do anything?
I'm gonna let him leave.
Okay. He keeps walking down the hall towards the sound of of this clanking. Starts to slow as he enters into this hallway. Who's there? Make yourself known. You hear the boots continuing to approach Calliope.
I would like to prepare an action as soon as he's within 10 feet. Go stabby stabby, just like from out of the darkness comes this lance.
Okay. I'm gonna have him make a perception check.
That's absolutely fair.
And I think at this moment, Pip is going to start like coughing horribly.
Okay.
Just like retching as if and groaning like she's a prisoner who has woken up.
Okay.
Is that a help action?
Yeah, is it?
You're just trying to make a loud sound.
Yeah, trying
Okay,
to
okay.
be like, oh, there was something in this room. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I mean, what are you saying something, or are you just
No.
Just
Just making
coughing.
like horrible
Okay.
noises.
Okay. We'll say the
don't know.
horrible noises. Sure. Give help to Calliope. Rather, it's giving disadvantage to this guy's perception check as he's going down the hall and hears this awful
Okay.
coughing. Kind of looks over his shoulder. He did roll a 9, so he does not see where you are, but he knows that there's something down this hall, so he continues to approach. He gets within 10 feet of you, Calliope, and you can react.
I will stab his face.
Okay, go for it. Roll your attack. As at the last second, he turns and sees you. I'm not going to give you advantage on this because he was looking for you.
Yeah,
But
absolutely fair.
but basically.
Oh my god.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
That's not good. 13 and 14.
Yeah, he has. You kind of start to see a pattern. As he comes around the corner, you see this man and the kind of garb that he's wearing. Although it is kind of patchwork, he does have an obvious symbol of Bane on his around his neck, and he has heavy armor on. So those lance strikes come through, and they just glance off the armor. King, king. And he's going to raise that mace and go for you. As a response, he only rolls a 10. So he is unable to hit, and then yeah, that's what he does. Pip, what do? You have a moment here. You can react as you hear combat breaking out down the hall.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so Pip is going to release herself from the shackles. Just move. Let's see. I can't see. Okay, good. Yeah, so I can move forward here.
You don't have dark vision.
God damn it.
There
Okay, cool.
you
And the
you-
door.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. The door is ajar enough.
Oh, the
at
door
this
is
point.
open now. Yeah.
The door's open. Okay. So, oh no. Okay, hold on. How much movement was that? Because I don't want to just shoot him. That's gonna send everybody. Okay, and I have normal movement,
Yep,
so I
yep.
can like, yeah.
You can easily
yeah.
get up to him. Yeah.
Let's. Oh, this is horrible. I'm gonna get within 10 feet of him,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna poison spray.
Of course. Okay. So you come trotting down the hall and hold out your perfume bottle, spray it in his direction. He makes a, is it con save?
It is. Oh man, it is a con save.
Okay, he gets advantage on this because of a ability that he has. He gets an 18, so he succeeds as he starts to cough from this. And we'll just kind of keep this simple. I'm not going to roll initiative here because it's just the 3 of you at the moment. Calliope, you can react.
Do you leave the door open or closed is one question that will be important, I think.
The door, I think I left the door
Yeah.
open.
I think
Okay.
so too.
That's
All right,
fair.
what are you
That's
going to do,
fair.
Calliope?
Action, attack,
Okay.
bonus action. Shove maybe? Nah, just bonus action. Tell dummy to rend.
Okay,
Um,
go for it.
so 2 lances and a rend, 18 and a 17.
The 18 hits.
13 damage.
Ooh, that's a big hit.
Nice.
Yeah, so the one glances off the armor, the other one goes, it cuts like right into the side of his belly. He kind of buckles over in pain. Is that it for you?
Yeah,
Okay, he...
you're made of thick stuff. Just like clang, clang, clang.
Uh-huh.
Like stab, stab, stab. What you
Uh,
got under there?
He's going to... Shit. He's not gonna shit.
It was a big hit after all.
He didn't know you were there, and he basically what happens is he whips around, sees that you are standing there, Pip, and looks surprised. It looked like he was about to try to run. And seeing that you're there, kind of squares his shoulders off towards Calliope and is just gonna swing his mace.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. So disadvantage on this attack. So that's an 8, yeah. And go ahead, Pip, you can react now. It's your turn.
So how loud is a pistol going to be?
It is loud. It seemed like it was, I mean, you're pretty far away from where that combat happened, so if it's that same distance, maybe somebody won't hear it, but it's a big risk. It's a very loud weapon.
It is a very loud weapon. We do have a cleric coming after us, maybe, but I don't know
You
that.
don't know that. You don't know
Yeah.
that.
Am I within 100 feet of Gilder?
Are you within 100 feet of Gilder?
Ooh, like,
I
could I know
don't
that?
think you
No.
are. You are not. No.
Ah,
You're very
dang.
far away.
Oh, this is. What am I gonna do? All I have is poison spray.
I feel like we're just like smashing like action figures together. Just like which numbers go down. The fact that he can't run away is so good here.
Yeah, I mean,
It-
he's definitely cornered, but he also looks like he's not going to just surrender. Looks like he's willing to sacrifice his life, I guess, for this.
He's got to fail a con save at some point.
Okay, here we go.
This is-
Another spray of perfume.
I'm just like, please go away.
He continues to resist it, coughing. Calliope, go ahead. As he's trying to swing his mace wildly.
I'm gonna do 2 lance attacks and bonus action tell dummy to shove him to knock him prone.
Okay, got it.
But I think my attacks come first, unfortunately.
Go for it.
22 and 10.
So the 22 hits.
10 damage.
Yeah, 9 hit points left. So with that, as the again, one of the lances glances off and the other one finds a kink in the armor and tink, right through, he goes limp onto the ground. He is dead.
I think actually he's just like spiked on the end of it and just like goes limp. It's like
Mhm.
Vlad the Impaler, and the tail kind of comes back and he comes with it.
For good measure, Pip is just gonna spray once more, just like.
All right, you've dealt with this individual. Silence comes over the room. You don't hear any other boots or sounds of people coming. You do hear the individual in the other room starting to stir and cough. Are you both gonna go into that room, or are you gonna head back? What is your plan?
Wait, let's go talk to the person.
No, we don't talk to him. Just grab him and let's go.
All right, but bring the corpse. We're gonna do a little switcheroo here.
This is why I like you, kid. That was quick thinking with the hanging up.
Amazing.
Incredible.
So you head
It actually wasn't thinking; it was pure reflex.
So you head
We
into
call
the
that
room.
instincts in the force.
You head into the room, pulling the corpse behind you. Go up to the tiefling woman. She kind of weakly looks towards you. You can see the manacles are locked. So do either of you have thieves' tools, or you can try to break them, or something else?
I got thieves' tools.
Okay, go ahead and make a thieves' tools check. Do you have proficiency in thieves' tools?
Indeed, I do.
Okay, so you get to add your proficiency bonus to this.
Does an artificer have proficiency in this set of tools?
yeah.
Answer is yes.
That's right.
15?
That's exactly what you needed, as you are carefully... And the manacles pop open. She slumps down. You take the dead body, hold it up there, manacle that up, and now there's just this cultist limp there in the chains next to the other individual.
I would like to take any distinguishing cultish features, like if he has a symbol of Bane or something,
Easy enough, yeah.
and just kind of try to obscure his face. If he has hair or something, just flop it down.
Okay, yeah.
And for good measure, also rifle through his pockets.
You rifle
He's
through
got
his
anything good.
pockets. There's 3 silver coins if you want to take that. But other than that, nothing
Yeah.
really shows up. Yes, he doesn't have anything else. And you take her, load her up on. Are you loading her up onto dummy? Big dummy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you start to leave the room. As you start heading down the hall, we cut back to Kadam, who at this point you've been fully filled in from.
That sounds horrible.
It really was. Yes, I think we perhaps underestimated. I don't know. We were too cocky. That's right? That's what people say.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do y'all want to get out?
Rhea looks at you. I would really like to see this thing through. I'm worried that if we were to leave now, we would miss our chance. I don't know what they will do in reaction to the mess we left. They'll either bolster their defenses or, I don't know, scuttle this place, leave, take everything with them. At this point, you hear sloshing water. Kadam.
I will hold Toll the Dead, just in case.
Whip your mirror out.
So take my mirror out, yeah.
Your mirror.
My mirror.
Looking ahead down the flooded hallway, you hear the sloshing and you see the water displacing as there's clearly something coming down the hall, and you watch as a strange metallic construct with 2 legs comes trotting down the hall. Draped over the top of it is an unconscious body, and directly behind you see a familiar small Genasi woman, older Genasi woman, kind of leading this thing from behind, kind of pushing it, and behind them is a very tall woman in this big hat and big thigh-high boots sloshing through the water. As you all reconvene in this room. And Pip, as you enter into the room, Kadam, you hear behind you a metallic ting, 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 and you watch as something small and quick goes darting under your legs as that little metallic bug goes scurrying down the steps, plopping into the water, and like a water skeeter goes towards Pip. Pip, you see Gilder come gliding up to you with little excited whistles and chirps.
Oh, Gilder, my little buddy. Oh, you got hurt again, didn't you? Oh, you little... Oh, here, have a little bit.
You can see that one of the legs is just like snapped in the wrong direction, so he's just like skirting along with only 7 legs, and one of them is just like snapped off to the side. And as Gilder scurries up onto you, the two of you enter into this room and look up, and you can see that Kadam is sitting there with a conscious Manfred. You can see that Rhea actually looks much better. Some of her swelling has gone down, and some of the open wounds have completely sealed. And you all find yourselves standing here in this chamber. Unfortunately, we're at 9 o'clock. So, Claire, I know you only got a little bit in here today.
It's all right.
But you'll be back next week.
I will. Oh, it's so good to be back.
We are really happy to have you back.
I like how we all have our little animal companions. Pip has Gilder, Calliope has Little Dummy, and you have your mirror.
I have my mirror. I have
animal
my mirror doesn't have
companions.
personality.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. Thank you to all of you. I'm excited to see what happens next time, and see what you all decide on doing. Yeah, it's entirely up to you whether or not you want to stay in the dungeon or not. I'm not going to stop you if you want to leave, so we'll see.
We will have some explaining to do on our way out.
Well,
Oh my god, the social pressures of the upstairs door, like...
Oh my gosh.
You also, I would like to point out that when you went into Cormilla's room and locked the door behind you, then went into the secret room. So Cormilla is gonna be like, you know, trying to deal with this client, calming him down, then go back to her room and be like, not be able to get back in her room.
Oh, we have to send Cormilla a gift basket.
Outside door, or did you lock the secret door?
Both.
I misunderstood that, I think.
I locked just, mechanically the door to the massage room, and then I put the immovable rod to prevent the secret door from being opened.
Got it.
All right, well, I'm gonna wrap this up, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Good night.
Oh, really quick, actually, there's something I wanted to plug for my friend. I'm gonna put it in chat. If you like, I don't know, if you like really cute little like bookmarks and stickers and stuff, my friend just started an Etsy shop. She's been working really hard on it. Her username is a small geeky chica, and I'm gonna put her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I'm gonna put her shop here in chat if people want to check it out. She has really fun, cute art, and
Oh, these are cute.
Oh, that's
Yes.
so adorable.
Little
Oh, I love
kitties.
it.
yeah,
With
she's
little
she-
astronaut
and-
helmets.
Yeah, and the little cat is inspired by her her cat Haru. So
Oh.
yeah, she does a lot of really fun stuff. You can also find her on Instagram as well, Small Geeky Chica, and she does really fun, cute art. So yeah, go check out her shop. I'm excited for her that she opened it up. So yeah. All right, that was it. Good night.
Bye for real.
Bye.
Bye.